Hey there! The pen is mightier than the sword when it comes to supersizing and growing your business. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here with Supersize Your Business. Help businesses to grow no matter what's going on in the environment around them. For example, COVID-19. And one of the things I've learned over my many years in business is that the pen is indeed mightier than the sword when it comes to growing our business. This idiom is attributed to Edward Bulwer-Lytton. I think I've got his name right, not sure exactly, but Edward Lytton, L-Y-T-T-O-N. In 1839, he wrote a play about the Cardinal Richelieu. And in that play, by the same name, he talked about how, being a priest, he couldn't defend himself when King Louis the 13th or something was and his enemies. He couldn't defend himself because he was a priest, and it wasn't okay for a priest, of course, to take up arms. So he had to use the pen and writing and things like that. Now, there's a lot of other examples of the pen is mightier than the sword in history. Hamlet, in 1602, Shakespeare used a similar phrase, of course, not in the same pen is mightier than the sword language, but in his vernacular. Richard Nixon experienced the pen being mightier than the sword during Watergate, when the reporters were the ones that actually broke the story of Watergate. Martin Luther King used to nail notes to the church and proved again that the pen is mightier than the sword. Words can be more powerful than violence or violent means. I think we're seeing that a lot. Nowadays, the media, for example, social media, is rampant with information, and often that's taken as gospel and truth, whether it's founded in fact or true or not. People can be literally destroyed by posts on social media. It's really a little bit frightening, or things in the news, whether they're true or not. We used to live in a day when the news was absolutely positively fact-based. Now it has, since President Obama passed a law allowing propaganda, our news is anything but fact-based. The Constitution, there's so many documents that are so powerful. The U.S. Constitution, the Declaration of Independence, the Bill of Rights. There's great movies, there's great books, there's great documentaries, there's great stories that we tell all the time in our businesses. And those stories are mightier than if we were to compete with other people in ways that are negative. If we would do things that are unethical or immoral or wrong, sometimes illegal, that would be a lot less effective than using our ability to communicate with people, our ability to share our message, our unique and special message that we have with the world, the way we solve problems, the problems that we can solve for people, how we can help and add value to their lives. Communicating that in ways, usually the written word, through our websites, through newspapers, through advertisement, through sharing stories and testimonials, through videos, we can communicate much better and much more effectively and attract the people that we want to do business with and repel the people that we don't want to do business with. I have found that one of the most important ways that the pen is mightier than the sword that we often forget, and I learned this lesson the hard way, is in contracts, having contracts and things written down. Having our goals, our vision, our mission, our principles, our purpose written down so that everyone can see it and understand it and buy into it is much more powerful than not having those things written down. If you don't know the power of writing down your goals, I dare you to just try it one time and see how much faster and easier you achieve the thing that you want to achieve, simply because you've actually written it down, put it on paper. But contracts are one of the most important ways to remember that the pen is mightier than the sword. If it's written down and documented, then it is legally believed to have happened or be valid. If it's not written down, if your agreements are not written down, then it's a he said, she said, or a he and he, or she and she, or whatever the case may be said. It's your word against someone else's, and that doesn't stand up very well when there's disputes or court or anything else. So, love to know your experience with this idiom, this expression, the pen is mightier than the sword. Have you ever said it? I grew up in journalism in high school, so we used the pen in very many mighty ways in high school to bring to light situations that we thought were wrong or immoral, or just to shine a light on things that we thought were interesting so that other people were aware of them as well. And we can do the same thing with our businesses. Share in the comments below your experience with this idiom or your thoughts on it, and I'll be with you tomorrow with another interesting idiom. What does it mean? Where does it come from? And how might you use it to grow your business right now? Take care.